bulldog.
Okay, you mean they can't bite? They are toothless bulldog.
Yeah, it's a toothless bulldog, as I would describe it.
Is that what?
A toothless bulldog.
Okay, you mean
honorable Atofos. Only for Patawadama. As some said to be said, what our e-levy, betting tax. And the taxes be a Ghana for a sworn on a drink chapter. Say, and I did more. You are appointed as a prime minister. Budget a decay or neighbor parliament. Sad in the decay. Abani Bechem. Abani Bechem.
My bet. And that's how your friend. And yet our bet. Come for give me something that I cry. Minamajumanamenko. So I did my bet. And yet our bet. Why not the best of my bets in him? Abraham Gown. No, you must get it.
Mumpong dia muton honum. Ada me yamu bibi. Osi mumpong dia muton honum.
Mumpong? No, if they say pong, it means close.
Yes.
Munjai.
Okay.
Stop. If you say mumpong, they're like they are going to go and they are closing. Mumpong dia muton honum. Stop that thing.
GFA president of Kachekureku, Ket Okreku. Yes, Kachekureku, Ket Okreku. Kech Okreku, Ket Okreku. Don't put your dictionary into my dictionary. When I provide it, don't remove my providing. Leave my point. GFA president of Kachekureku, Ket Okreku. Yes, Kachekureku, Ket Okreku. Kech Okreku, Ket Okreku. Don't put your dictionary into my dictionary. When I provide it, don't remove my providing. Leave my point.
Charlie, you know, if you listen to this every Friday night, right, and you don't get goosebumps, talking about a sick tune, go hard. Nah, you have to really get into the realm. Welcome. It's another Friday, and you know exactly what that means. It's time for the biggest, most exciting 2 hours in sports radio. The best 120 minutes of your night. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome aboard to Sports Panorama 97.3. For the next 120 minutes, we'll bring you all the juice for what's happened this week as a part 2 of the 2026 Commonwealth Games conversation. Yeah, we'll be going hard on that. We'll be getting into all the updates, expert analysis, and all the talking points from the world of sports right here, 97.3. Wherever you're listening from, thank you for making us part of your Friday night. I'm Gabi Ofer. Sit back, and for the next 2 hours, I'll be your driver to run you through all the updates. Show always interactive, so you can send us your thoughts on 0539986996. 0539986996. But we cannot start the show without acknowledging our big sponsors holding us tight every Friday. Rexona is calling on you. Rexona's motion science technology has microscopic capsules that sit on your skin and burst with friction as you move, so releasing extra burst of freshness for every step you take and every move you make. So you want to choose Rexona, choose protection that moves with you always throughout the week. Monday to Friday is Rexona made for you, made for motion, made for you. Now Betway Bet Influencer, you know it's big, right? It's Friday and it's time to get rewarded as the next big sports betting influencer with Betway. So place your bet and share your codes with friends, fans, and followers. If they place bet using your code, you earn 4% of their wager. Doesn't matter whether it's a win or a loss. If they bet to your code, you earn 4% cash of their wager amount. So it's just simple. So if Bernard is betting, Bernard grabs all his friends and families onto that, and they earn 4% cash clean. So So this means the more people bet, the more, you earn. Yeah. So you need to start betting today, sharing and winning with Bets Influencer. But listen to this, it's exclusive to Betway only. The terms and conditions apply. Regulated by the Gaming Commission of Ghana. You need to bet the responsible way. Betway, get way more. Now, Bank of Africa is also there for you after betting. If you're looking for a place to save your money, do not worry. Bank of Africa says that from now on to the end of October 2026, they are offering short-term loans at very slim rates to salaried workers. You understand you have urgent needs to sort out, hence the need for that quick turnaround. So whether you're looking at your school fees, prospectus, your car maintenance, or that much deserved family vacation or vacation, Bank of Africa will sort you out fast, quick, real clean. All you need to do is visit the nearest branch, or you can chat for at www.bo@ghana.com to sign up. If that is difficult for you, you can also WhatsApp us on 0244 338 226 for enquiries. Sometimes all you need is a quick fix. So Bank of Africa says, as strong as a group, as close as a partner. And that's our sponsors for you every Friday night. And like I said, the show is very interactive. 0539969996. Big shout out to our guys on YouTube. You can also leave your thoughts with us. Today, actually in the past week, right, a lot of things have happened. If you're a big fan of women's football and looking for the Black Queens, they are all the way in Rabat now as we speak for that quarterfinal clash. We'll try and see if we can have a quick chat around that. And then today, just like I said, we are having a part 2 of the 2026 Commonwealth Games. Today we are doing a deep dive into Ghana's boxing amateur team, also known as the Black Bombers, who are all the way in Glasgow, coached by Ofuri Asare, who's been with the team for a while. We'll be looking at that, and then if we have time, we'll do some Donkomi, talk about Gianni Infantino, who's been on the lips of everybody in the last couple of weeks. Yeah, it's all live on 97.3 now to 9 p.m. You want to stay with us. Also, we have a guest, somebody who's got all the juice. And also, let's welcome, ladies and gentlemen, the return of Bernard, a big watch from
You first time that
so say Bernard. Bernard, when did you arrive?
On Wednesday.
Right?
Yeah. You see the Wednesday. Wednesday.
You first time that
I called my brother. I said, Bernard, welcome to Ghana.
Yeah.
He said, welcome, bro.
You first time that
because you know what I said? He said, bro. He said, bro.
Charlie, you first time that.
He said, bro.
No. The same.
When did you get
together?
On Wednesday.
That's good. I like that.
That's good.
Bernard, you hard guy.
I like it.
So, Bernard was our eyes and ears.
Yeah.
Last week in Glasgow. In fact, last week we spoke with him.
Yeah.
Right, just to give us a sense of what was happening. Today he's here. We'll get into. We'll continue that conversation because last week we did not extend it properly because Team Ghana was still in action.
This one is post.
Exactly. So we are going to look at what has happened, and to help us understand that too, we have somebody who was very close to Team Ghana.
Yeah. He's the communications director of the GOC.
Yes.
The barrister.
Charlie,
super
Big man.
also known as that's not his name. But also known as AKA.
AKA the barrister.
The barrister. Yeah.
Mr. Charles Osesibe.
Hard guy. Big man.
Those days when we were in school.
It will yeah, so that's Mr. Charles Osesibe's voice.
Bernardo should have told you that whether he Did he tell you he couldn't manage the weather? So it got to a point.
You don't. As we're talking about negative.
Now it was worrying me.
We saw him drinking.
Killer.
We saw him drinking a lot of. And why is that? We saw him drinking things last week. He was asked what are you drinking. At one point he said what?
Coffee.
Another point he said no, it's not coffee.
Yeah,
but he did well. He strived, or in fact, he strived to thrive to ensure that he brings some quality coverage to the group.
Okay.
And, in the morning, I'll see him. In the evening, he will come very tired. I remember on Saturday night, all of them were exhausted. Now came to me, boss, Yakodan. It was around 1 a.m. But it was interesting. I'm sure they would have wished to stay more days. The way the event was, you didn't have a games village. It wasn't centered. You need to move from one venue to the other. So they did well.
Okay. That's just your brief thoughts. We'll get into the back.
Well, I was speaking about him. I haven't spoken
exactly.
about the games.
But there's something we always do on the show. So if that is not done,
we can't start.
We can't begin to have any conversation here.
I don't want to have any namely experience.
No, you have. You have a very good experience with you. We'll enjoy today's conversation. Don't worry.
No, boss, okay now.
Please announce your presence.
Oh, no more. No
Take us
bad.
into the spiritual realms. Nice one.
Ulake.
Charlie, you for bring the leads people for the prize.
Menesoa Nemas. And Shida Yehowa. Shida. Near me chief Shida Fain. Dana Yanoko Nikwake. Kanoko Yeshida say. Near me chief Shida Petiple. Nakan Shida. No Jino Nisa Yehowa. $1 Shinkahan program ne. Well, like a Ghana Mamun Fe Klalu. Abu Fambi etwe. Nene soa ni masoa na masoa. Yo wa zeba benche ni to ne kebe. Mene te nuchmo mene pa nuchmo ni pa mene ye shan. Mo fi am botwe. Ya kwa gama mi. Bote mo kuma se ma mi ka efia yi Abo Sports Panorama twe. Wo ke shida lenoni. Program ne mo fi am la ka bia ne anokwala ayo ye bia. Bia na anokwala e be na yo na anokwala
Charlie.
You know the ma fengbe me. Abeku ba fengbe. Barrister ba fengbe me.
Clean.
Ya ba fengbe me.
Clean.
Bibi no ba gbe na anokwala e na kan. O ba fonje.
Clean.
O ke shida Yehowa.
Clean, huh?
Ne da na yu akehye. O mo no fi aka o ba hwe Ghana hi ahye. O mo ni oyito. Ji akehye o ba hwe Ghana hi ahye. Yehowa zeba.
Amen.
Ba to mi no.
Clean.
We ba ha no ona anokwala.
Fantastic.
One double show. Manche mi manche. Shida Jono.
Clean.
Bano ba wo ya. Bano ba wo ya. Zeba. Bano ba wo ya. Bano ba wo ya. Bano ba wo ya. Enye wo hie ke wo se
Abai
forward
forward
ni
ever. Thank you.
ke wa beku
Clean.
efo wo hie afaba
Fafa.
wo she no ko bi
That's it.
anokwale bi eyo shida han Yehowa ye yesu gba me amen
Amen. Complete.
Okay, so that's it. Let's get into the conversation. So I have Coach Christopher Nimley here, as always. Yao Jeminta, my shining brother, too, with me here. There is Bernard Abeku-Oshre, who's returned from Glasgow. That's where the Commonwealth Games happen. And then Mr. Charles Osesibe, Esquire, aka Barrister.
The barrister.
Yeah. He's also here with us to have the conversation.
of course, and we are grateful.
Yeah, man.
He's a big man.
So, for the uninitiated, just in case you didn't have time to follow, what had been happening from, let's say, in the last 3 weeks, right? Or 2 weeks, 2 to 3 weeks.
Yeah.
So it was 2026 Commonwealth Games. Last week, we were talking about Team Ghana's performance. The games ended on Sunday. We finished the games with 2 medals, one from shot put, another from boxing. In the bantamweight, the 55 kg came from Amadou Mohamed, delivering bronze, and then silver came from Zinabu Issa in the F57 women's shot put. So 2 medals out of that. And some of the things I wouldn't say I know about them, regards to whether the whole team. We took 40 athletes, right?
Sure.
40 athletes to the games.
Sure.
Okay. As to whether all the 40 athletes have arrived, have come back. I don't know what the arrangement was regards to how we took our athletes there, and then after the games, how we plan to bring them back. So you give us all those updates, right? Because I'm saying this because over the week we saw certain reports about 2 athletes who have absconded. And then I listened to you on a different...
supposedly absconded.
I listened to you on a different
platform.
platform.
The man has no more on this show that whoever lies or whoever tries to pay disrepute to the nation,
fair enough.
His God will deal with the person.
Yeah, fair enough.
So I'm guided.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I'm saying that. So I heard you on a different platform. saying that...
I said, what document?
As we spep,
money and silver medal.
So I'm sure after from that day we saw those reports. I mean, the days have evolved. A lot of things have happened. That's why Barrister is here.
So Gabi, I think let's make it simple. I mean, firstly, but for relationship, I won't be here. Secondly, because I needed to speak to this, I owe Ghanaians that I had to come because we have decided not to speak, but because I promised, we've decided not to speak until after on the 16th. The GOC or the CGA will speak to Ghanaians through a press conference, and we would give an account of everything that transpired. But because of relationship, I mean, because I understand what this work stands for, it's important for me to come and speak to Ghanaians. That's why I have come.
Okay.
So whatever you want to know, if there's anything I won't hide, I will let you know.
Okay. Let's start off from Team Ghana's performance. On a scale of 1 to 10, you were very close to their athletes. What would you say the performance from your own observations was like?
1 to 10, between 6 and 7. Between 6 and 7. From my observation or experience with the team, I am aware that Ghanaians are not enthused with the performance because Ghana expected so much from Team Ghana.
Okay.
Unfortunately, it didn't go as Ghanaians expected. For us as managers of the team, we wanted to do more than what they did. Now, if your child is in a class that has a number of roll of 79 and your son or your child places 30, you don't discourage your child to say that you can't do anything. There should be an encouragement. You should encourage your child. But how come you were 30th when you could have been second? If you have a child, number on roll 20 something, and then your child places 6th in class, and you say your child didn't do well, I don't think that is the conversation we should be having.
Okay.
We admit Ghanaians are not happy. We admit we couldn't achieve our target, but we don't admit we failed.
When you say
we feel that their performances was inspiring. My brother went round, he saw them perform, the passion with which they wanted to deliver, the zeal and all.
Okay.
What I can say is that our best wasn't the best. But to admit that they didn't do well as a leader, as a management member, as somebody who had been with them throughout preparation, I would disagree. But we just want to say to Ghanaians that they feel disappointed, but this is what we could do. We have had some learnings, and I feel it's important to document those learnings and action on them.
You mentioned target. What was the target for Team Ghana?
We wanted to do more than what we did in Birmingham.
You know, 5 medals.
We were still going to the British Empire area.
Yeah.
And the last time we went to Birmingham, we had 5 medals.
Mm-hmm.
We were thinking we could do 5 or more. It is why we invested so much time and resources in boxing. Boxing, you and I know that they count for 3 months. And for any quality team you put together for 3 months, you won't expect this result. So as leaders, we feel disappointed. After 3 months, we moved them to Belfast to go and continue training and all from there. So we expected so much, especially from boxing. Remember athletics in the year, about 6 weeks ago, or let's say 2 months ago, in Accra, hosted the whole of Africa, and Ghanaians were disappointed. So we were rather psyching the athletes. We were not so sure they would be able to do what they did. And that's why we feel that the performance was inspiring.
Okay.
You saw them in Accra.
Yeah.
What kind of relay did they run? What kind of 100 meters did they run? So they go to Commonwealth, and you have 3 men from Ghana running in the semifinals. You have 1 running in the finals of 200 meters. You have 2 guys running in semifinals, 1 running in finals of 100 meters. And we sit here to say they have failed. I think it's very disappointing. We won't admit, we don't want to encourage mediocrity. We won't say it's above the line performance.
Yeah.
But I will not admit when Ghanaians and journalists say they failed. I agree if you say they have disappointed, but I won't admit if we say they failed.
Okay. We competed in 9 disciplines, right?
Yes.
Which of the disciplines the CG, Team Ghana, together with the GOC, say that was Ghana's strongest disciplines they could go on and conquer, and then be hopeful of some very good medals?
So I don't know the kind of postmortem you guys did last week, and I don't know the level of conversations you guys had, but going into Glasgow, we had a feeling that boxing should give us like 5 medals.
Mm-hmm.
And then the surpluses will come from the other disciplines. We had 2 female judokers. The weightlifters, apart from Forrester Osei, who qualified, the rest were wildcards. And you know, if you understand how wildcard comes,
more like giving an opportunity to go
on addition. So a few awomis through some intervention of God will do magic, you know. So it was an awomi kind of thing, apart from Forrester Osei. Now the awomi kind of thing, Forrester Osei with injury plays fifth. So he was in the finals.
Yeah.
He plays fifth.
Yeah.
He was in the finals. There was one guy called Amu Boateng. I don't know if you watched him. He plays sixth. The other guy, Mohammed, he also plays seventh. So all of them were in the finals. And these are the things I want Ghanaians to look at. Apart from the medals, let us see where they got to. So weightlifting, all the guys were finalists. Now let's go to judo. Our lady, Frema, the flag bearer, was a quarter finalist. In fact, she got the opportunity to fight for bronze and she lost out. So quarter finalist. Swimming, we had 1 national record and some best times. I won't say it was the best because that is not what Ghanaians are looking out for. Ghanaians want medals. So that's about swimming. The relay we did in swimming, the 50-meter butterfly and the breaststroke and all that, that is all we could do. Then we moved to powerlifting. We saw Tahiru. Tahiru was disappointed himself some few days into the time when he went for training camp with GAPS. Then he got to know that the Commonwealth arrangement for powerlifting had changed.
Okay.
Because there were, for some reasons, they decided to do only heavyweight and lightweight. So he found himself in the heavyweight category. And unfortunately, he was the heaviest of the heavyweights. So per the lifts and stuff, I thought it was a guaranteed gold. But it had been communicated to them that because they want a certain balance so that nobody would have advantage over the other, there was a certain level of body weight. So the decision was that whatever lift you do, it will be taken out of your body weight. And it was late for Tahiru to do magic. So anything he lifted was taken out of his body weight. So even though he lifted the heaviest of weight, he couldn't grab gold. He placed fifth. There were 13 plus 12, 25.
Yeah.
So out of 25, he places fifth. What's a wabon? Let's move on. So Hayford, who did 100 meters, you were there when he finished the race. He was crying because he couldn't win. An Australian from nowhere, the guy who won, came to me and asked, "Hey, how are you? How old are you? 17. Is it your first time?" He said, "Yes." "And you are crying." The guy asked him, "And you are crying?" They have been there 3-4 times. You have come. The first time you are in the finals, you didn't win and you are crying. The passion in the faces of our athletes, the passion with which they competed, the zeal with which they wanted to win. So that's about Hayford. A young boy from Konongo, Sebi, Kurasini, Ahonya experience that.
Yeah.
Now, wako finals. Yes, one dear. Sorry, I'm speaking. I'm mixing up.
No, that's fine.
That's fine on the show.
But if you go, no.
It's fine.
So he did his best. Then Bocho Nkegbe, unfortunately, couldn't make it. He was last in his race. Then Zinabu goes to win silver. And also must say Nkomva gold. Yes, we wanted, look, it got to a point a Nigerian protested, there were issues. If we were not wild, she would even have lost her position.
I see. What was the protest about?
A Nigerian who plays fourth or third,
Okay.
Protested against an Indian, and it would have affected the positioning.
Yeah, the rankings.
But she wins silver. Then, so we are done with the para stuff. Let's go to boxing. I think the boxers did well. I am waiting for the report from the federation. At some point, I couldn't even speak because my screams and disappointment made me lose my voice. But I remember an official from Uganda came closer to me and said, "My Ghana friend, calm down. Don't be angry at the ring officials. Amateur boxing is technique and aggression, not style. Our boxers, I feel, were fighting like professionals. The amateur level is different. I felt we were being cheated. Somebody somewhere felt we were not getting the right stuff done. But our boxers are wonderful. Very tough, very disciplined. But I can't pinpoint the reason for which they were knocked out.
Okay.
But Ebenezer Ankra, Amadou, Mohammed, they are tops. And these are guys I would pray they qualify, or we support them to qualify for the Olympics.
Okay.
Because they have so much in them. And that Ghana must not discourage them. That's what I want to say about boxing.
Okay.
In fact, the ladies, for instance, in Ghana, how much female boxing do we do after the likes of Ayoko Chavez and those girls? There is no competition. So they just picked them because the idea was that female sports, if you, the little push, the little aggression, you get there. But apparently we got them realize that people were ahead of us. It doesn't mean we should discourage them.
Okay, because you finished your point with.
I thought I would finish with athletics.
I thought you were done. Okay.
So athletics.
So which discipline are you moving to?
Athletics is the last.
Yeah, and because of time, I want us to progress
Okay.
some of the conversation. You talk about boxing, and I want us to stay there. There's been several fallouts from that discipline, including some of the boxers and the coach himself, who said a lot of things after the event. One of the things that I saw, and I don't want to misquote him, so I'm saying this, reading this out. He says that talking to our coach Oforio Asare, that has to do with the kits, right? Black Bombers competed with one kit for 3 boxers. So his quotes were, 3 of my boxers were using one canvas that belonged to one of the athletes. We had to keep asking her to share it. Sometimes I even had to borrow equipment from coaches of other countries whom I have trained before because there was nothing available for my boxers. That's Coach Oforio Asare's words. And I'm tying his quotes with preparation wise and what you make about he's saying this, and especially because of the role you occupy in the CGA.
If you train boxers for 3 months and you did not raise these concerns for them to be resolved, and after that dismal or abysmal performance, you come to raise these concerns, then your integrity is at stake. Respectfully, he's my coach, okay? And I wouldn't want to speak on the matter. All I can say is that it's political, it's a fabrication, and I think it's false.
It's false that
the reason I don't want to do this is that I don't want to get to a certain level with certain individuals exchanging words. I don't, because sometimes when someone is lying, you must see, you must know. So you had 2 reporters. The reporters were based somewhere, but they were with us 24/7.
That's true.
Ask him if he came up.
That's true.
He was there with the boxers, the coach and everybody.
If Coach Oforio Asare ever raised these concerns there,
He was there. If these came up,
okay,
himself and Nakwama must tell you,
yeah,
nobody gagged them. Nobody gagged them. There were 14 or 17 journalists there with us. Are you saying we gagged everybody not to speak? Quality journalists from almost every important media house in this country. They were with the team. Did the coach at any point in time whisper to any of them? Or did they see any such thing going on? Gabi, I don't want to speak about my coach because he's my coach.
okay,
He doesn't do arm wrestling. He's my coach because I happen to be part of the management team. And in situations like this, when people speak, I'm speaking because there's also the perception that when they speak and you don't say anything, it is assumed to be the truth. But I would not speak to the issues he raised. All I would say is that it's a fabrication, and I find it very, very surprising.
okay. You mentioned that you guys are waiting for the report.
If you have been in camp for 3 months, so he was there. The gloves, I heard him talk about gloves. The gloves were provided by Commonwealth Games. Commonwealth Games will not give every country one glove. So you are blaming us. I don't know if you were there when we brought kits for weightlifting and other. So this is what happened. Sometimes they believe in a lot of things. Neka taline no luck yo me. Enen kefe neke. Enen kefe neke.
So they want to stick
So
with.
when you want to give them something new, they raise an alarm. Shoes. When they are not too conversant or familiar with the shoes, they don't want to use.
I see.
Because they don't want to have issues, with gripping, moving around and stuff. So they'll tell you, no more when you use not in cafe training, no my use. A lot of things do happen. We were kitted by THB through the ministry and government.
Yeah.
We had enough kids. Enough. Gabi, if you go to war and your strategy doesn't work and you fail, you don't come apportioning blame. Since we started, I haven't blamed any coach. I haven't blamed anybody. Rather, even when Ghanaians think that they have failed, I am defending the athletes.
Okay.
We feel that their performances were so inspiring because we took a youthful side. It was a mix-up of old and new. Old and new. So if you come, you see, we also said that, in fact, everybody, including the president of the CGA, signed a code of conduct. That is why you haven't heard President Akpakavi speak. That is why you haven't heard the CDM speak. Only an indisciplined person will do this.
Okay.
When you have signed up to a code of conduct which clearly states that you must not speak. If you want to speak or grant interview, seek clearance.
Okay.
We are not gagging anybody. But Gabi, we are trying to build sports brand. The image of Ghana sports, first of all, performance is dwindling. Image is tarnishing. And it is a will that through performance, through management, we rebrand. We're not saying that if things go wrong, we shouldn't speak about them. But to deliberately fabricate false and spew them out, I find it very, very unfortunate.
Okay. Mr. Zibe, what's the updates on the athletes I initially mentioned that reportedly had absconded? What can you say? Because from that time to now,
absconded.
Yeah, a lot has happened. I heard you say that their visa had a certain date of.
What did that interview say?
Expiration.
I thought you were going to play back that interview.
No, I mean because it was your answer to the question I was asked. So, and for what you said at that time to now, I'm sure a lot of updates have come. So you can just tell us what you have.
We still maintain that we would have a press conference to speak to every concern or issues that have been raised. But regarding the supposed names you mentioned, I mentioned that Team Ghana is traveling into Ghana in batches. In fact, this dawn, another group even came. 2 athletes, 2 journalists, and some others. And then the Boxing Federation president. When all these things were going on, he wasn't in town himself. They were caught up, I think either in Ethiopia or London. BA cancelled some flight and they are now coming in. So we still have people coming. The last time I checked, I think the last group will be in town Wednesday. So
last group?
Yes.
Okay.
I think Wednesday. So is it Wednesday or Thursday? Yes. So after Wednesday or Thursday, we will do an audit of the 40 athlete contingent, and then we will speak to the issues.
Okay.
Nimi will agree with me.
Coach,
see,
we have to...
I don't agree.
No, I'm...
This one, I don't agree. I don't agree. I don't agree. You finish, but
I want us to better question for Mr. Sibe so we can move the conversation. Because you are even here to share with
my thoughts.
Yeah, what you saw with Team Ghana and all of that.
So you want me to ask the question, or you want me to...
You have any question for him, or you just...
No, I don't.
He admits Team Ghana was well catered. I mean, they were well dressed. They were well dressed. He admits Team Ghana had passion competing. He admits Team Ghana could have done better.
I think we can
Team Ghana could have done better.
He's sitting just next to you. Let's hear from him.
So no,
you agree to all I said?
I don't have questions.
Okay.
I admit that the boxing federation should put no excuses out there. Why do I say this? I spoke with officials of THB.
Okay.
And I inquired from...
This is in relation to the kit.
This is in relation to the kit.
Okay.
And I inquired from them as well as managers of Team Ghana, you know, why all of these thoughts, you know, running around. And especially, I also know how kits or partnership with kits firms, you know, gets finalized, and then delivery is done and athletes are allowed to put on such apparels. The Boxing Federation, what is done is you submit the number of athletes that you have to the GOC. Then the GOC, via the agreements they have with the brand or kit management firm, you know, liaise and produce the number of apparel or kit you need for your athletes.
Okay.
Did the Boxing Federation do this?
Did they?
It is assumed they did, because they never complained. Because per my checks from THB, the number they gave the GOC is what apparel they gave them, and even they gave more. There's what that pullover thing that they wore. It was it's pluses.
In excess.
And it's here. So if you come on radio and say, you used one, I don't find the line or the link to put, you know, any facts to this. And it's not because the barrister is here.
Yeah. And
I told you, I spoke to, in fact, I was with THB. I moved from THB space and I come to the Ghana house. So I have an idea, per the conversation I had with the THB guys, that everything that the boxers needed, for example, was provided.
I see.
So this kind of commentary that they were using, look, if you take the 40 athletes we took for this competition, the guys that should have performed better should have been the boxers.
I see.
I met Amadou, who won bronze, for Ghana at Bukom when I went to do community kickoff.
Yeah.
And I asked him there, that was when they were about to go for the Winneba campaign.
Yeah.
What his target is going into the games. And he told me he wanted to win gold for Ghana. So I kept reminding him, even in the house, prior to getting into the bout for that bronze competition.
Yeah.
I told him, I believe in you. Remember, you told me you win gold for Ghana. I told him. And Amadou would attest to this. And they moved from Ghana to, in a way, acclimatize because the place is cold. Some of the athletes complained that weather had one or two in the kind of performances that they were able to churn out. So if there was any problem, I feel it shouldn't come from boxing, for example. It should come from the other discipline. Maybe cycling. It should be complaining about the equipment or something.
That's a good point.
Maybe cycling. Because I had had conversation. The cyclist guys, I was on the flights with them. They didn't know. So I overheard a certain conversation from that end as well.
You heard things
from the cyclists.
I see.
The kind of equipment they need, they don't have.
They don't have.
But I just want to tell you something. Just yesterday, when this whole coach stuff was going on, then I got a call from an official. And the official said, President Mamumwano, firstly, people have agents. They do business with people. So the fact that Coach Nimley will not procure vest. But it must be. We must procure. It must be procured by Coach Nimley.
Oh, I see.
Not by TH.
If it's not coming from him, wouldn't accept it. I see.
A lot of these things have gone on.
Okay.
They have people they deal with. The fact that, so I hear conversations like we have doctors we deal with. The CGA people have gone for. You are telling me Professor Korte is not a professional and that you needed a certain doctor. What's hold on? Athletics. They used vest provided by the Athletics Federation.
Yeah.
Swimming, you were there. The vest they used was provided by Swimming Federation. Weightlifting, same. Powerlifting, same. So why are you blaming somebody for non-performance?
Okay.
So I don't want us to blame anybody.
So let's put the box. They failed. He chose his words carefully. In the last competition, we had 5 medals. We didn't cut through. We're not even in terms of loss. We are able to accumulate. So what it means is that we failed. 2 is not enough, especially from boxing. 1 from boxing is not enough. I feel per route to the competition, what they had gone through, they should be able to win a lot of medals. And I asked Mr. Pukavi whether he was pleased that his target personally was even achieved. He said no. That was when Hayford was running at Scotland. So, I mean, look, going into this tournament, we had identified boxing as one of our strongest to be able to help us, go up on the ladder table. And we come home, and then the boxers want to run away from a certain. I come Amadou up because he fulfilled the kind of promise he had given himself, and he's young. And respectfully, I agree. Per Commonwealth, rules. He didn't win that bout. He was defeated, but he got a medal. And that's not his doing because he fought hard and he did it. He won a medal. He promised a medal and he delivered. I think we have a long way to go, yeah? In that we've got young, brilliant athletes. And it should be a government agenda. And I always say this.
I see.
I was seated with Jan Pofo Ankra. I want to put names to this. And forgotten his name. He's not going to forgive me. The administrator for the sports fund.
Dr. David Kofi.
Dr. David.
Yeah.
Behind us was the Indians who were going into another competition, who were joining what their strategy should be, because the coach was insisting that no medal is no take. And I poked the I said, listen to the kind of conversation the guys are having. And they sat over an hour discussing the next stage that they were going into. We have failed because I always call for national facilities. We need the national boxing gym. We need places that, thankfully, we have the Legon Stadium, right?
Yeah.
That we use for competitions of certain grade and category, which help our athletes, fine tune whatever they're doing. My point is that we must start from somewhere and invest. Bojo Nkagbe had competed over 2 decades, and it is from him alone, his own resources, getting his equipment. So I feel we should come from somewhere and stop this. I understand him clearly because he's a manager. He needs to thumb the athletes up. The athletes put in their best. But as a country, I feel we failed. We help these athletes to fail. Why? He mentions the 17-year-old boy.
Yeah, Hayford.
The platform that you step on to that helps accelerate you in your 100-meter is T-word.
T is it 57? 47. One of them.
I need to check that again. He didn't use the platform, and I asked him in an interview after the race. He said he's not used that before, so he didn't know how it was going to
the blocks.
The blocks. So we need equipment in the country. We need to help our athletes. And this is a guy from certain remote village who wants to be a superstar. And I told him that platform he didn't use didn't give him an edge. He gave the other guys an opportunity because I was so close in the area from the start point. So I really saw what he gave the other athletes, and he was disappointed. And look, superstar, it's a country agenda. And if we want to succeed, or always we just go and participate and talk about personal best, because the personal best would be better for us as a country, but it does not put us as part of the elite. Somewhat around 10 African countries participated in this tournament, in this competition.
Please,
more, yeah?
More.
But we were somewhat around.
The table you've done is very, very unfair.
This is from Common. It is from Commonwealth. So we have Nigeria, South Africa, Kenya, Mauritius, Cameroon, Uganda, Namibia, and then there is Ghana because we have 2.
Yeah, but these are countries that won medals.
And these are countries that won medals.
Those who didn't win are not up there.
Because they are not our level. We don't want to bring them in that category.
Pick up this.
I just want to tell Lesotho and Zambia.
Ghana plays what?
From this 10 counts, Ghana plays is about 8.
No, it's 6. Is it 6 or?
No. Nigeria. Okay, so Nigeria, 24, 10 gold medals, 7 silver, 7
I want us
bronze.
to do something. So Nigeria was what?
Nigeria was first. 10 gold, 7 silver, 7 bronze, 24.
203 athletes at the Commonwealth Games. Go to next one.
South Africa.
South Africa went with over 120. Go to next one.
Kenya.
Kenya went with over 100. Go to next one.
Mauritius.
They went with more. I'm just trying to tell us something. Let us not be unfair to ourselves. Firstly, apart from the concerns he's raised about support, infrastructure, development, and all, they had numbers at the games. But namely, please help me here. I said this somewhere and everybody was looking at me. Assuming we place 6 on this table, we hosted African Games here, where the whole of Africa came to Ghana. We fielded over 200 athletes. We placed 6. Even that, arm wrestling saved us. We placed 6 in Ghana. Now, I call Commonwealth.
It means if arm wrestling,
I'm just trying to say that this is our level. No, I'm just saying that this is our level, and we must do something about it.
Okay, we have to.
This is our level, because we hosted the whole of Africa in a multidisciplinary sport. We fielded more athletes. We placed 6. If we have gone to Commonwealth and per the African ranking, we are 6th. It doesn't mean we did so bad. It means that this is our level. And that, yes, it is our level. And that we must work harder. But I am just coming from a private meeting with a minister. And this conversation came up. In fact, Omamenivu Kakra. Just as I was trying to shift the goalpost and to manage, he said, hey, my brother, hold on. We are all responsible. And this is what he said. He said that he thinks that the ministry, the NSA, and the GOC, as far as games are concerned, so the ministry's responsibility is to provide resources. The CGA's responsibility is to provide facilities to prepare, not to train, to prepare. Now, for him as a ministry, that gave the taxpayers money. What checks did he do? For us as GOC, what checks did we do to ensure that everybody who is going deserves to be there and that will win medals?
So, now it's my turn to speak. Now it's my turn to speak.
Because when he mentioned the minister, he was going there. So because of time, quickly wrap it so that I can give that part, because there's one particular name who actually,
because I have said that we need to do more work. There were some learnings, okay. I sit here and I train arm wrestling. I am responsible for arm wrestling. If by the grace of God, I get the opportunity to represent Ghana in the multidisciplinary games, I will not come and blame government or somebody for not helping me to prepare my team.
You come with more than 2 medals, right?
I'm saying that every federation must have a plan. And I agree with the minister. That's why he's not. See, every federation must have a plan, including funding.
Okay.
So that when you have a plan for development, preparation of athletes and all that, anytime you are Commonwealth Games is like Kobo. Okay? So anytime we take a decision on Federation City must be prepared. The boxers we had were not boxers the CGA or GOC prepared them.
I see.
The federation brought them, and we count them for 3 months.
Okay, why is that?
That is all Abai and the other bodies can do.
Yeah.
Unless we want to shift to the model by Botswana, the model by Jamaica, the model by Kenya, the model by South Africa, and the rest. Until the model changes, then we, as individual federations, we, as managers of Team Ghana, must change the way we do things.
Okay. Coach, in changing the way we do things,
how he moves to
When will you come down?
No, yeah,
Coach, when will you come now?
Boss, talk to me. I see.
I won't let you speak.
I'll be rough.
Look, you've penned a few things down, and you have huge concerns at where?
For the ones he agrees with me,
for a very long time. For once, I will clap for the minister, Kofi Adams.
How so?
Why you juma papa?
Wakasa.
Wakasa why you juma? Kofi Adams did not give like everything. But Barrister will admit that for once in a very long time, if there has been any minister who has been at least proactive in getting things done, Kofi Adams is number one.
Super.
Look, if this is the way Kofi Adams is going to work, I use this platform. My attitude say reshuffle be Kodona Jati. Omunya Botre.
No. I mean, it's not.
Omunya Botre ba Kofi Idi Adams. No nye Juma no.
You mean the reshuffle shouldn't?
No. It shouldn't go there.
It shouldn't get there.
Or else,
it will be a big
or else all the good works that this man has started. Look, we'll go back to course 90. We'll go and start all over again as a country. Having said that, you see, I've kept quiet, wanting my big brother to speak. Everything he said from the beginning, super perfect. But I had issues, but I'll bring those issues later. Now let me tell you something. The latter part of what he said, when I came in, that was where I think the GOC, the NSC, was so disappointing to the people of this country. You don't leave. If you are putting the taxpayers' money into something, you don't leave it to individual for them to play their own cards. That is exactly what happened. That is why we couldn't meet the target we set to meet. I'm telling you honestly.
Happened with other disciplines we're going to compete.
Majority of them.
I see.
You see, everybody here is highlighting boxing.
Yeah.
I put it on record. Coach Asari, Enani.
Oh,
Coach Asari, 30 years in that position. Enough is enough.
He's been with this team since 90.
30 years.
98.
I'm telling you, 30 years. 1996. Look, I have a CV on my phone.
And you have a CV.
I'm telling you. Now somebody who has got problem being assisted by another qualified coach. I don't blame him. I blame my senior and those who are in charge to make sure that the right thing should have been done. Yeah, the people are blaming. I'll tell him. He knows me. You don't leave this thing to Coach. Especially when a communique was given to Coach Asari, getting Coach Chasquati to come in, the two of them as lead coaches to team up. Look at your age. You've been there for 30 years. Osio Dunyami, look, I will read his response. I have his response on my phone when he told the people that he will only accept the role if he's given the head coach lead. What sort of
Coach Oforia, sorry.
Immediately then, you should have seen that this man, he's going to let us down. Because you've been doing this thing for 30 years. The last time he went for a very professional course to update or to get inclined with the modern era was 2013. That was 13 years ago. Coach Jasquati, I'm told, is very abreast with the modern era. Most of his boxers have been promoted. And he should have teamed up with Coach Asari to get Ghana. Look, I can say without a fear of fear. Me, today, do you know where I've been to?
No.
In the Makobukum. I will not put up names here, but I will say certain things here, and I'll say that Ghanaians should believe me. What I'm saying is the truth. I will never do it. Look, Coach Asari is the reason why boxing didn't perform. Because from the very onset, he made sure. Then this same man turns around, said that when it came to selecting the boxers, he was not in charge.
Yeah.
How ungrateful can you be? You said that person who may not be at your level, but because of modernization has done some proper education and has worked practically with boxers. The evidence of his handwork are there. You refuse because the communique said the two of you will be lead coach. What did you know?
No, relax.
Me oh, in my time in Ghana, I chef nani. When you come to one now, chef nani. Kaya be go ya right. Me kebo ya chef. People do. No man can tell us. You bet chef. Okay. Then me catch us. Me catch some and ditching.
So stay on the coach for us.
So coach, look. Why should you see? This is where. Barrister, I have a problem with someone like you, with all your experience. Why did we take somebody who the last time he was 12-13 years ago boxer? Now, Coach Asari, Edinaka team, no. Coach Asari left that team,
But he says he wasn't the one selected.
That I'm saying that thing is a blatant lie. Nobody, he didn't influence the selection. The point I'm saying is that I have a problem with the GBF and the GOC, who should have been like the general overseer to make sure the right thing is done. When we are selecting a boxer who last time was at the Commonwealth game 12-13 years ago, what is he doing there? You see this guy, I call him a friend Planch, one of the one who has nobody can say otherwise. You see, Barrister say the last contingent to come is next Wednesday. I'm stating here on record that the contingent will come.
That's what that's Planch Papo, right?
He's called what?
Yeah, that's it.
Yes.
Yeah, Planch Papo.
Papo. I'm telling you, and you know the I saw on that is that they were informed. The chef de maison and co, they were informed that one or two people about Joffrey. They knew they had the information offhand, and they didn't take any action. My checks tells me today when I went to Buko, I can Planch here. All the boxers that he trained with, they all beat him for year. So Coach Asari.
And how did he make his way into
Coach Asari Kululu. This is some of Coach Asari Kululu. And I'm saying that I don't blame Coach Asari. I blame the GBF. I blame the GOC. Because look, when you are taking the taxpayers' money to go and do something, the moment Coach Asari wrote that rebuttal letter that said he would not accept for him to work with Charles Corte, you should have the personal interest, not about the animal. It was no longer about Ghana. It was only about Obi personal gains and Obi personal interest. That is where the big men should have told him that you've been in this job for 30 good years. Ona come on, no, Charles Corte le bawabu ni kabatu ni Ghana ba yinkunim. Yeah, sure you've gone to disgrace us. I mean to sebe. Now, let me go to my other point. You see the issue of kids. I'm stating on record here that whatever Coach Asari said was true.
Was true?
I'm telling you.
That one boxer...
Me, Coach Nimley, I will not put the boxer name out. I have spoken to the boxer. He admitted that not even the kid on a boxer said, come here, no, when they are going to fight, you see the thing they wear before they put on the pant to protect their manhood and their balls. Even that one, Abehu, they were sharing it. Oh, how? We shot. Me, I'm catching it. But look, anybody who disgraces Ghana, me fan who channel down. And I'm encouraging his honorable sports minister to do his own personal investigation. Papa, just call the boxers. So they will tell you the truth like they told me. I'm telling you today. As for the kicking issue, the people who were designed to kick the boxers, they brought the kid too. But look at your size. They brought a 5-year-old, a 10-year-old kid for you to wear. How can you wear that? So the question is that, were there measurement taken for all the selective boxes and given to the kid sponsor? This one, how do you think, oh, wait, obesha large, obesha extra large, medium, XS, simple.
Okay.
Hey, seven taflache.
Yeah.
Kosenyu, money kosenyu po, money je kose. You understand that, guy? Can you tell listeners? No, you should say it.
I don't understand.
You see, Sabi, he himself will not behave like that. He will never behave like that. So why should such a thing happen to this country? When we go international to go and market ourselves and to compete, why should such things be made to happen? That's why me, I sit here today. I don't believe Barrister didn't see that. I don't believe Abeku didn't see that. I don't believe anybody who tells me he didn't see that happening. It happened. That is the way I want to believe.
I know, but
that is stop that.
I am saying that. I am saying that it is the responsibility of the boxing, those who are leading the boxing federation, to have given that list and measurement to the GOC for that provision.
I'm watching the blame.
Yeah, I'm listening.
But in approaching the blame, me say, I don't believe they didn't see our boxer boxing in the ring with his pant coming off him.
What would they do at that point?
Now, at that point,
because the kits is already been delivered to the team.
Wait. I sat here, you spoke.
No, but
I didn't utter. I'm saying that I don't believe it when you say that you didn't see the kit on one of our boxes, the kit on him.
You're not saying
so that one was oversized. That's what I'm trying to say. Right?
Oversized, no. So when Coach Asari said that, they nearly got disqualified. So he had to use sellotape.
I just said that respectfully.
Yes.
Namely, okay. I just said that athletics, even though they were given vests, the federation decided. They came prepared and said, "This is what we are wearing." Swimming, same.
So GBFA,
same.
So GBFA,
all the disciplines.
So what went wrong with the GBFA?
What happened with
what went wrong there?
We had
who was in charge?
That's my point.
The GBF board. Who was he?
But he made an important point.
Who is he?
And I admit, okay, but also, so when there was some feud between the federation and
the Ghana Boxing Federation.
Yes.
No,
and who? The GOC?
He's going to do his
the
federation and the coach.
Okay.
Coach, the matter came to CGA. Yeah. In fact, their fourth meeting, I happened to sit.
That's right.
In that meeting.
Okay. That's right.
So and the reason, so it was the CGA that said, guys, let's have some peace. We didn't want a situation where the GBF insists on Gabi. Then the man through his community also insists that he must go. We didn't want a situation where you go and it doesn't work. Then namely Yao and the rest will come and say that because you didn't take Coach Asari. So we had to manage.
So the managing
situation.
of the thing,
Unfortunately,
Coach Charles Cote didn't go. How?
Okay.
How?
Coach, please continue with your point.
Coach Charles Cote,
Yeah.
who in the view or in the mindset, in the intelligence of whoever is it, has said that he and Coach Asari should be the lead coaches.
So Charles Cote is for the Black Rockets.
Yes,
No, that's the juvenile
that promotes.
Yeah.
So it's a goal.
For this, it was the two of
It
them.
was the two of them. So what I don't get it, how could you facilitate the visa arrangement of Coach Asari and then leave Coach Charles Cote behind? Isn't it that Coach Asari is that powerful to the extent that, look, let me read his letter. I will read it. Mekan, you give me a minute. Let me get it from my phone. I'll read it.
I can
With the turbo, just some simple.
Bernard, I just want, so whilst he's looking for
Yeah.
the bits where he mentions about the Coach Asari helping the boxer out with the pants, right? Were you at that bout?
No.
Yeah,
I was out there.
I'm quoting him. That's what he said.
Look.
What's what he said?
He wants to
Superstar.
know because the coach
Superstar.
didn't complain there.
okay.
And no boxer complained. Before you come, remember in my submission, in response to what you said the coach had said, I said it was political. I don't know
Why should that be happening?
Hold on. I said I don't know which of the boxers he spoke with, but he knows that a number of the boxers are the coach's boxers.
A
So
number of the
they say
boxers-
what he says.
a number of the boxers we took to the Commonwealth Games and the coaches boxers.
Well, some of them.
Okay.
So they will say what he says. Let's be careful. I don't think we should enjoy blame game.
I have gotten the thing.
But the point he's making, perfect.
Look,
but
it contributed to our downfall.
I don't want us
It
to be
contributed to our
enjoying
downfall.
blame game.
So let me tell you
So
something.
please read it.
There's a lot.
We
He
had
had
a break.
Yeah, he had bulleted the point.
Yeah.
Point number 6. He said, in view of the above, I'm reading Coach Asari response when he told the people in China, if you don't instate me as the head coach of the team,
This response is going to the Ghana Boxing Federation. Okay.
He said, in view of the above, I regret to state that I am unable to accept the invitation in its current form. What is the current form? That he and Coach Charles
will be the lead coaches.
Okay. I would, however, be willing to reconsider my position upon receipt of a revised communication that clearly outlines the agreed structure, roles, and other relevant details. That according to Coach Asari, there was a meeting prior to they going to camping that said that that in that meeting, Honorable head coach, what he failed to say was to bring a communique or the minute of the meeting that did say that he will go there. If the people will say, how can the same people Nicodemously turn around and say that you and Coach Charles should go and be lead coaches? For me, Ghana, we have to be serious as a country.
That's it.
We have to be very, very serious as a
Just
country.
throwing money into it.
Look, if we think we will sit down for another 4 years, not do anything, just do the sort of things we are doing, then we should stop it.
Okay.
Look, to the GOC, to the GBF, to whatever federation, you people, you receive money from your people. Like the Ghana Football Association receive money from CAF and FIFA. You too, you receive money from your mother association. What do you use that money for? What do you people use that money? Government, government, Usoria, government, Kofi Adams, government, President Mahama, government, Kofi Adams. What is that? You cannot in your own way.
You finished with
Look, last year, was it last year?
Go for a break.
The president's son came out with some boxing promoters.
Yeah, I was there.
They brought me here.
Let us see rise boxing.
No one GBF. You cannot liaise with
Anthony Joshua and Co. and bring help on your own. Oh. Bring proper logistics for our boxers. They are sharing pants to protect their manhood. Gabi share we are missing mekan. Gabi share we are. Not their man ya. Now you are swashing. Ya pull you not their man continue. Let me see my share. Gabi,
Yeah.
I am stating on record.
Please wrap up for me, coach.
When I spoke to the boxers, if there was anything they didn't deny, was the statement I have put out here. You understand what I'm saying? Then for athletics, what will be a community of way? I'm a boomer. You see, when 4 years ago you won bronze, and now you are placing 7th, we should come and clap for you or what? Should we come and clap for you or what? I don't know of a sportsman who goes to a major tournament and perform abysmally and he wants to be clapped for. Especially when you have given us a much more better performance previously. So who am I talking to? I'm talking to the 200 man who played 7th. Joseph Polamwa. He has to focus and stop responding to people on social media.
I don't think he's done that.
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 With
He's done that.
Yamado, yeah.
He should stop that. Those of you who are closer to him, tell him, because this is somebody who is a direct beneficiary of scholarship from the state.
I am closer to
This
him.
is actually
the.
I think this is actually the second time, right?
No, the other one was with the other guy.
Joe doesn't do that.
And I'm saying he's done that. Look,
Oh yeah, from
all the communique. I'm telling him boldly in his face.
Relax.
That be not you,
Yeah, he said.
Has Ghana ever given me a scholarship?
No, I'm saying that you should.
Wait, not you.
Ghana hasn't given you.
You know what I do for Ghana?
You
Do you know what he does for Ghana?
You do a lot.
You are a beneficiary of Ghana scholarship. So when you go and you don't perform, Ghana has got the right to tell you, oh, you're 7th out of 8. Okay. When you are being told the obvious truth, instead of you to hold your hand in humility and accept that, look, guys, accept that I didn't do well. But it's a challenge I will fix because it is within you. You are capable of changing the narrative and making it a better story. You don't go on social media and create a banter between you and a journalist. Some producer. Nipo no do when you know. Barrister not too hard. Sports journalists our Ghana. Oh yeah, is that how you say it?
Top. Yeah, that's it. Top.
You don't seek advice. You just come and spell rubbish. What is that?
Okay.
Don't behave like that again,
Coach.
Anybody closer to that guy who plays 7, you shouldn't behave like that.
Barrister, just a quick reaction on that.
What is that?
I'm taking it up.
What sort of behavior is
You are
this?
closer to him, right?
so
Just
like
a quick.
I
You have to
said-
go for a break, please.
What sort of behavior is that?
Joe Paul is
What Joe Paul?
Oh, naturally.
That be now about all African games are road. Now what Africa make it? Open. No, to that
Naturally.
What about the Abu?
Come now, let's take Barrister's words. Barrister's words.
I just want to tell Coach that he should calm down on Joe Paul. Joe Paul is not like that. I haven't seen this post. He's one of the finest athletes we have. Even situations where the athletes want to react or to, behave in a certain way. He's the one. He's the one that calms them down. So I'm surprised. I'm sure he was speaking for the team, not for himself. So, namely, again, I just want to correct an impression. He didn't travel on government scholarship or state scholarship. It is private arrangement, school scholarship he had. Normally what they get is the Olympic support. So he asked about the money we get. We give them support whilst in school and whilst training.
And it's because you are training for Ghana. That's why we get that support. If you are not in the name of Ghana, you won't get that support. It will give it to somebody else. So whatever the case, you are benefiting from Ghana.
I think I have made my statements earlier.
We are pleading with the government
we have had
put more resources.
We have had some learnings, but what is important is that firstly, the federations themselves
they have to sit up.
Secondly, I just want us to focus on how we can do better, rather than we are building a sports brand. If we tarnish the image of what feeds us, the image of what carries all of us, then we cannot get corporate institutions and Ghana to come support. The better days are not in a government. I can say games crying could be. They are quite content.
Just before we go for the break,
another one.
Daniel Planch, Ejofui.
Well, you said that already.
He's doing a record.
Ejofui. Ibadan. Let it change. I can't be 3. Hot. Listen, I don't blame the boxers from running away.
Yeah. But it's not just that.
We don't support them enough.
We saw another.
We don't support them
as well.
Look, Ramatu, how many medals did you win?
2.
Assistant, we've won only 1.
Because
the other one is a mirage. It's a complete mirage.
No, coach. I mean,
has the silver medal entered the shores of Ghana? Why is it? Listen to that.
Let me take some messages. Your microphones are off. I mean, no, relax. It's easy. When he says Mirage, I mean she competed on behalf of Ghana.
So where's the medal? Where is the medal? The silver medal, as we speak, is a mirage.
I will produce it on the 16th.
You did physics in school, right? Do you know what the mirage means?
But I know what a mirage
is.
Let me read some messages. Let me start off with Mauli Boche. It says poor performance at this Commonwealth Games. What preparations did we undertake before such competitions? Better luck next time. # Team Ghana for more Olympics. Next one says Jay Stomata from Ashaman says we don't want to spend on sports and I don't know why. Okay. The next one says Charles from Tema says instead of being disappointed in our athletes, we don't ask the real hard questions such as how much this country invests in them year on year. Every time we see them at the Olympics, we expect gold medals. Okay, I can't continue reading that part of the message. This one says, the man is speaking has every right to say that the guys did well. Their performance was to not to the level of investment government has invested in them. Okay. In my opinion, I think the first and true yardstick for performance of athletes should be if the athletes perform equal to their performances just before the competition. Winning medals is secondary, especially when there are better athletes. How can one win, say, 100-meter dash with, say, a better than just before competition of, say, X points? Hold on, let's go to the top. Nope. Okay, so you can also send us your thoughts. 05-399-6996, 05-399-86996. He says, Gabby, allow coach to fire. Okay, Freeman from Teshinungwa State. A lot has been said about the 2026 Commonwealth Games. Let's move the conversation on. Yeah, let me give this to you because he has to leave us. Yeah, I want us to talk about the Gianni Infantino conversation real quick. Oh, and then you want to share?
Okay, you just a quick one on the athletics. Yeah. Then I ran off. You see, I was waiting for my turn to speak with on these issues. Before Charles Osesibe had to leave us. You see, I've never bought into this belief that yes, we did well and we showed passion and you know. We shouldn't condemn the athletes. We shouldn't use the word we shouldn't use the word defiled or the term defiled. Those things. Look, because at the end of the day, the 2022 Commonwealth Games, you won 5 medals. You won 5 medals. This time around, you won just 2.
So it's still a mirage.
Yeah, okay. So if you are looking at it from the child education standpoint, that okay, your child managed to finish 30th out of 70 or so countries. And the worst part is, if you're looking at it in proper context, comparatively, the last Commonwealth Games, we finished 28th. And this time around, we finished 30th. So what that means is that you are not improving. You are rather sliding backwards.
Yes,
you are sliding.
Yeah.
And the worst part is, again, context. The best of the best didn't even compete in this that competition.
Yeah.
Botswana, did you see Leslie Tibogo running? He didn't run. And so if that guy meters
run, then Amma will be 8.
So if in 200 meters,
he will be 8.
The 2022 Commonwealth Games, Joseph Olamwa finished 3rd. And then the 2026 Commonwealth Games, he finishes 7th. So clearly, we've slid. Not up, but backwards. And so for me, I never buy into that whole analogy about, they showed enough commitment, they showed enough passion. Mind you, this is not the best of the best.
And then one person controls everything.
You see, this is not the best of the best. And we are even failing to make it to the final. That is where my concern is. That our athletes are recording national best times, personal best. But they are not even making it to the final. They're not even making it to the final.
Personal best.
So clearly, what that tells me is that the world has moved far ahead of Ghana. And when we are in our attempt to catch up, we are still even failing at that, and that is where my concern is. And Charles Osesibe made a point about the number of athletes that the others sent. So. You look at the number. You play the numbers game. So if you present more athletes to the chances of winning more medals increases compared to nations who present far fewer athletes.
It doesn't work.
You see,
like that.
you can make the argument that to counter that, you can make the argument that the fewer the merrier. And one of our listeners even brought up that point.
Yeah.
So if you have fewer athletes, shouldn't that enable you to commit more resources and be able to train them very well for them to go and do better?
And prioritizing in events you think you would win.
That's one. And number two,
a 37-year-old boxer,
and number two,
38.
you look at Cameroon, for instance. This Commonwealth Games, they sent just 21 athletes. How many medals did they get? They got more medals than us. Per the African rankings, they ranked ahead of us.
Yeah.
They said 21 athletes.
Cameroon, they had 5.
They had 5.
They have 3 bronze,
Mauritius,
1 gold.
Mauritius sent fewer athletes. I believe it was 39.
They got 4.
They have more.
But they got more medals than Ghana. And so how can we use that analogy or that explanation as a way to buttress our performance or output in the Commonwealth Games? So for me, it was very disappointing. Completely, it was disappointing. And I have made this statement here before that the way we do sports, we are not doing it the right way. In other jurisdictions, I mean, the fingers aren't the same. In other jurisdictions, they pick the sports that has the attention, has the numbers, brings in more money.
That's their national identity.
And then they maximize it. And then you make it sit at the top of the pyramid.
Go to Australia.
And make sure
they do.
And make sure that the money that institution brings in is sustainable enough for that particular sport, but there is more to be given to the other quote unquote less financed sports to ensure that they also don't fall off drastically the way the others have fallen. And I always make this point. America, the sports that you see, all the colleges that you see, that they're able to make enough money to be able to sponsor scholarships, and for Ghana to be even benefit from those scholarships that their universities hand out. A third world country getting its individuals to be beneficiaries of American student athletic scholarships. It comes from 2 sports, American football and basketball.
Yeah.
Just 2. It comes from American football and basketball. Because would you have 50,000 people crowding the stadium to go and watch a swimming competition? Of course not. Unless it's the Olympics. And even at the Olympics, you won't get it. Would you have 40,000 people gather to go and watch gymnastics?
Yeah.
You won't have it.
Okay.
But at the end of the day, because they have the enormous numbers and money coming in for basketball and American football, they're able to make it run it very sufficiently and very well to ensure that the money coming in sustains those sports.
Yeah.
But there is more than enough to sustain the other sports.
Okay.
And that's what we need to do. So, Ghana, which one is our biggest one? The Black Stars.
The Black
So,
Stars.
make sure that you want the Black Stars in a way that
admitting that the Black Stars is our national identity.
It will generate enough money
to feed
the others, especially when the other sports that we are talking about in this particular discussion, they are individual sports competitions or disciplines. So if you are talking about boxing, you can bring about 15 athletes to represent boxing. You can bring in 15 athletes to compete in track and field.
Just $100,000.
And one athlete in track and field can compete in 100, 200, 4x100 or relay. You give them $100,000.
It takes
15 athletes. It takes care of all of them. So that $100,000, it won't be enough for the Black Stars. But if you do it properly, if you run it properly, you can sustain the Black Stars and be able to get enough money to sort out the others. That is what we need to do. And that's why for me, I don't honestly believe that we are running sport the right way. And it needs to change. Other than that, we will come back to this same issue in the next Commonwealth game, which is 2030, that will take place in India. And we will have the same issues.
I have a plan.
We don't have a plan.
I have a plan that I will go and share with the minister.
You share the plan, eh?
I'm telling you.
Okay, nice one.
Let's
go for a quick break. When we come back, we'll do some Don't Call Me. Because Ghana's Caleb Yunchi, the next couple of days we'll play in the English Premier League 97.3. Stick and stay with us. We'll be back after this.
My guy, when I hear the engine make that vroom, it drive me crazy.
Oh no, bro, this is my long way with physical touch. I mean, touching the smooth car leather seat, correct sound system, AC freezing me like sachet water. Now me just have it with my passenger princess.
Charlie, that be why we can't miss the Absa Auto Fair. You fit test drive and Absa Bank get affordable finance options to help you own your dream car.
Join us for the Absa Auto Fair on Saturday 22nd and Sunday 23rd August at Good Park, Accra Mall. Come for affordable finance options from Absa Bank, special discounts and offers from your favorite automobile brands, plus insurance and auto accessory exhibitors. Want to showcase your brand? WhatsApp 0541 361 237 to book your exhibition space today. The Absa Auto Fair is powered by Absa Bank in partnership with Citi FM and Holland Insurance. The Absa Auto Fair is calling. Will you answer?
I want to let everybody to know that Citi FM is a fundamental station in this country. They are champion station. When you wake up early in the morning, you tune Citi FM, you see so many fundamental games, sports, everything is as done for Citi FM. Citi FM, you are Bo champion station. Boyiga.
It's Don't Call Me time.
One place, make for sale, 120 don't come you, don't come me. They loan display $1,000, don't come you, don't come me. For the striker we can consider, don't come you, don't come me. No, they see you use Tinaboka, don't come you.
So ghosts are Sansa Torres.
Some ghosts. Don't come me, don't come me.
Charlie, you can't sell people.
Don't come me, don't come me. Out of phone. Them club don't players.
Oh, Charlie, I beg.
Many he may. Just he may.
So let's get into it. So the biggest update in terms of Ghanaian interest is
we are starting
Brandon
from
Thomas
home.
Asante going to Coventry. That's all I'll say. The rest is for you.
Caleb Yunchi.
Sorry, Caleb Yunchi.
But there's another one coming. Oh, Nathaniel Ejay
going to where?
To Hull City.
Wow, that would be. I've seen reports of
information.
I've seen reports of. But yes, it's an exciting deal because it's a record sale for New Zealand and it's a record club signing for Coventry City too. So on both ends, it's a record breaking deal for both the selling and the buying club. I think it's an exciting deal and Ghanaians should be excited about it. And Caleb will have his Black Stars teammate there in Brandon Thomas Asante. So I think that will help with his adaptation.
Sure.
The next deal that has made waves today has been this week. Sorry, I should say is Rayo left back Pap Shavira. He's
sign for Chelsea. They've agreed a deal for him to Chelsea. I think
which Chelsea?
Yeah,
Chelsea.
Chelsea. Yeah, and that's a direct replacement for Marco Correa, who has departed to Real Madrid. I think it's an exciting buy. He's a really I've seen him in La Liga. Really good player.
But that Chelsea Banton Hava.
It's a suspended ban.
Yeah.
My people,
it's a suspended ban.
My people.
So if they comply with the rules within the time period, it's not even applied.
When Donald Trump stepped on the suspended
agenda you are coming to do.
Okay, it's fine.
Proceed.
The biggest possible deal making waves today is Spanish captain. It seemed he was heading to the Spanish capital, but late developments suggest that Barcelona have leapfrogged Real Madrid. From reports, Pep Guardiola has spoken with him. A lot of his Spanish teammates have spoken with him.
Go to Catalan.
And they are telling him to go to Catalonia instead.
Rodri is there. Don't go and be playing with that. They come up.
Aside from we all know Rodri is a Madrid boy. He came up through Atletico Madrid.
Yeah.
His family lives in Madrid, so he wanted to return to Madrid. But from a footballing perspective, it seems that the Barcelona style fits him more.
Less stressful.
Yeah, there are about 8 players from the national team that he played with who are in that team too. So adaptation will be quite simple. Reports from Fabrizio suggest that the relationship between Man City and Barcelona will not make the deal too tedious for the Catalan club. I mean, there's a gap between the valuation at the moment.
But by Monday to be sorted.
But it's not anything that the two teams can sit down and negotiate. Another thing is Real Madrid managed to keep hold of Vinicius. He signed a 6-year extension with the club.
So 8 + 6.
Yeah,
14.
Yeah, and they signed Ivorian exciting Ivorian winger Diamone from Leipzig in a fee worth about £120 million now.
To rise all the way to 140.
Yeah, 140 million euros if you are looking at it with a euro valuation. Arsenal too seem to have wrapped up the Bruno Gomares transfer. I think that's a really good buy for them. He adds a lot to their midfield, and I think he can give some players rest and allow Arsenal to compete on all fronts like they will want to. Another thing circulating too is as a result of the transfer that might possibly happen between Manchester City and Barcelona for Rodri, Man City will probably be looking to replace Rodri, and they will probably look at Chelsea for Enzo Fernandez. Early reports suggest that Chelsea will probably demand a fee around £120 million for the Argentine to move. So these are some of the most exciting things happening in the transfer world.
If you can pay one something for Elliot Anderson, pay the 124. Enzo Fernandez.
Okay.
So now let's talk transfer.
Yeah. So coach, talk to me.
Yeah, you see,
you want to do the Rodri one, right?
No, I want to talk on the Ghanaian.
Oh, okay.
Kelem Yerenche.
Yeah.
That is the one of greater interest to me.
You don't come here.
Of course, I do.
Clean move.
I do.
Make a ring bell for him.
You see, I do.
Relax. You don't come here.
I don't come here.
Clean move.
Clean.
Hey, Cleverenchi, take this one.
Yeah, look. The boy.
Yeah, man.
Otoado anything
this conversation here.
Let's talk about right back.
Otto.
You think Coventry has bought the ball to go and play right back? When Lampard called Makelese and they were discussing the ball, the Buffalo told him, look, this is a replica of myself. He can get better and better and better. His footballing skills is not in doubt. All he needs is a bit more coaching at that level. So that as a midfielder, he will know when to join the attack, when not to join, 1. He will know when to keep his shape, when not to keep his shape, 2. He will know when to pass the ball square, backwards, and when to go
square
backwards, and when to go into the channels. When to go into the channels. There are times we pass the ball back, and it's most often than not the right passes. Is to keep hold of the ball, but not the ball like Like you also like to.
I will check who I see me some. I'll
buy them rest.
The one who see me some.
But who has one team looking at him? So
yeah, that's why you will get a team. No problem.
You be the first one.
No problem. I'm talking about Kelem Yirinchi.
Okay.
It's a move I don't come in.
Yeah.
My only advice to him, and I'm happy Michael Essien, the boy is closer to Michael Essien.
Yeah. He really looks up to him.
Look, when Essien got into that Chelsea team, I've listened to Mourinho, I've listened to Ballack, I've listened to Makelele, I've listened to Lampard. All of them say, when Essien was coming, there was a huge fight, Man U, Chelsea, Man U, eventually. So those guys said, they were, sort of African player, no, more can want some sound if you wanna. But according to them, the Buffalo first training session.
That's it.
That was it. That was when Ballack and Lampard and co said, boy, the guy is a beast.
Energy.
And do you know what Michael Essien did to make sure he was so energetic? He will cover the most grounds. He will have the most touches in midfield. He will control the intensity and the tempo of games. It's because he could rest. Buffalo or Dama.
Soldier. The soldier.
They sleep. Because when it comes to burning of energy, if you don't rest to conserve,
you can't burn.
You can't burn. If you look at Kelem Yirinchi, his X factor is the energy he possesses.
Yeah.
But he cannot be running all over the pitch like headless chicken. He needs to strategize his energy to the benefit of the team. That is where I believe the Michael Essien importance will come to show. That is how I don't come in the mood. Let me just have a quick take on the best midfielder.
the world's metronome.
Oh, Charlie.
The world's metronome.
The controller's controller.
Oh, Charlie. Rodri.
He is the controllers.
Charlie, listen, listen the name, Seth. Rodri.
Look, you see, he controls everybody who thinks he's a controller. His level of control is
a guy who's gone through ACL and retained.
It's unmatched.
Unbelievable. The World Cup final.
Look, when I heard that he was going to Real Madrid, I said, "Now Rodri Pani." These people, when you won the world best,
they were acting away.
They acted strangely, right? They didn't even show up for the award, right? Because they thought that you didn't deserve it.
Yeah.
Now, these are the sort of people you want to go and change their whole team. Don't do that. Where are his parents? Where are his friends? Are you not advising him? So, just yesterday, right? 2 days ago, then I heard that Yeye Mendes called Deco. Then Deco decided to decolize Rodri's move. What decolize the move?
Deco decided to
decolize the Rodri's move. So what decolize the move, no?
But Adam, there's a twist to that, right? Because today we had that City rejected Barcelona's.
It's the figures. Now you see, after that,
you think they'll beat it?
I think they'll
to that same story.
They even rejected
to that same story.
Yeah.
The end says the boy has chosen Barca.
Yeah. So player to club agreed. Club to club now.
Normally, once the player said I'm going here, they will go. See, Rodri has been a good servant to Man City. They will not stretch it.
Yeah.
But this is what he brings to the party. Imagine Rodri, Pedri, De Jong.
Rodri,
Pedri, Omo. Rodri, Pedri, Gavi. Rodri, Pedri, Femi Lopez. Lami Yamal. Lami Yamal.
Thank you.
Yamal.
Thank you.
Lamin Yamal. Yamal. It's on their flank. What I say? Then Rafinha.
On the other flank.
Omo go play first 9. If you want proof stop, but in midfield will be Rodri, Pedri, Gavi. Then Omo first 9. Baby Ewu. If you prove stubborn, we'll substitute Omo and bring the World Cup finalist goal scorer.
Okay.
He couldn't
shouldn't have gone to that the Kramer place. Come on, they are that the Kramer players. Midfielders are. But who is the controller of the Real Madrid? The football. They don't have. They don't have where them. I mean, it's not a controller. No.
He's the one who plays in that.
He's not a controller.
Bernardo is there too. Bernardo too.
At least he would bring, but in terms of somebody to cover a lot of more ground.
Yeah, you win get that from Bernardo. Keep it down. Push the ball forward. Go square when there's necessary. Take it upon himself. Now they are there.
I think of Tottenham was. You don't find it. I think I can be with Tottenham was. Padina should walk up next or look at it.
Oh, Modric.
Maybe.
On a controller.
No, why?
Just say Rodri let us go. So Rodri, look, the La Liga is done. The Champions League is the target.
Okay.
The La Liga, I'm saying, is done. But without Rodri, Real Madrid, you know the seat top. Then Rodri come. The La Liga, there is no contest. I believe that Rodri's inclusion in the Barcelona setup does not only wins them the La Liga. Take my voice and put it down. It brings to an end an 11-year wait of not winning the Champions League.
I see.
I think they have a perfect shot to go and win it. Some players are good, but some others make them better. And that is what Rodri is going to do. He's going to make the entire Barcelona team better.
Bernard, I'll come to hear them. Just quick thoughts on Diomande to Madrid.
I think he brings that directness.
So the attack, I saw this thing that was done today in terms of how Madrid will shape up. Mbappe playing as the 9, Vinicius
we spoke about that
on the left, end, Bellingham playing through the middle, so just behind Mbappe, and then Yan Diomande. And on that right side, I think it suits him because when you look at his heat map at Leipzig, that's where he's caused a lot more damage. Very direct.
Really
He's not scared about whoever is in front of him.
Fantastic.
Good signing for Madrid.
I think it's good, fantastic signing for Madrid. Now, don't call me that because, look, it brings directness. The Spanish football era that sprang up between Jose and Pep, we're about to have the same feel again. The only disparity is that crop contained the world's best players. Now Barcelona is about getting the world's best player in their mix. For Madrid, they are now about uncovering who they would want to present to lead the talk of who the best player in the world should be between Kylian Mbappe and Vini Jr. Because Vini from 2018
the best player of the world.
They're about to discover who their candidates.
It's been because Mbappe. They are gravitating more towards Mbappe. I mean, from what I've seen,
he's the franchise player at the moment.
Vini had myself and you were watching the Vini docu from 2018 when he got to Madrid from Fluminense or what have you. Look. My point is that Jan he's now 100 and the toppest on top of the list of the most expensive African footballer.
When the price tag weigh on him?
No.
People say it's a jump from where he.
No, I've read this guy's story. I've listened to his story as well, where he had his icon's number written in Chaco at the back of his shirt. Ronaldo wearing that United jersey. He gets to play in the club his idol played in.
You think he'll give it his all?
You think he's not going to give his all?
I see.
You do think? Playing under Jose Mourinho, a manager who myself and you again watched what's the name of that?
Why are you exposing our ability watches that we've done?
Oh, okay. I'll say no more. So, what that Jose Mourinho, it's not montage, but like it's a promo. Right? Of what we have to expect on Tuesday.
Another documentary.
A docu. We saw what Mourinho said. He says he's the boss. He wants every player to kowtow to him. And Frank Lampard and John Terry
alluded to them.
Absolutely. So my point is that he has no chance not delivering. He has no excuse not delivering.
He's got a perfect manager to bring the best out of him.
Perfect manager to bring the best out of him.
So he
becomes the third African player to play Madrid. After Michael Essien and the Tottenham guy. What's his name? Adebayo. And Mourinho got the best out of these guys.
We know Mourinho's love for African players.
Mourinho's love. It is a move. I don't come here and say, come make us proud, bro. This is the opportunity for you.
If you go Scotland,
you
first stop bragging.
Don't make us proud, bro.
But the fact is, Diomande,
bro,
I mean, it's a huge deal.
Yeah,
too much.
If you're an African, you should be happy, but you should also hope that he go and deliver. Because what Real Madrid and what Mourinho himself as a coach will not accept.
And would the Madrid folks even have patience
for an African?
You know what I'm saying now? Because I think
he's got the skill set.
Yeah,
I think he's got a skill set to go and deliver. But as to whether mentality-wise,
true,
he's ready to deliver.
Because the Madrid faithful,
he shouldn't see himself as inferior to the other guys, but he shouldn't see himself as bossy because they are well exposed. Learn,
I agree.
Respect the fact that you've earned the right to be their teammate.
Because at the point, Vinny felt he didn't belong to the group of
generation to Madrid.
Exactly, he felt inferior.
A lot changed for Vinny when Ancelotti came around.
Yes,
absolutely.
And so I believe Diamande, he should not. The Madrid fans are very, very critical. They're savage.
At the point they wanted Vinny out.
Yeah, even the players who have been blitzing in their stadium gets booed sometimes. So I feel like he shouldn't let those things get to him if those days come, because you always have it perfect. But what he should know is that he's earned the right to be among some of the best in the world. He should go there and do his thing. That's just what I'll say.
Okay. Just quick word on Chelsea. They've been signing very nice players. Nice quote unquote 38 and 36.
I don't know about that. But
can you tell me what Alonso's head is?
I feel it's because of the young nature of the squad. He wants to balance it out a bit with some players who are a bit more mature.
38 years this.
You see, the truth is Xhaka he wanted.
And so if you didn't get Xhaka, it didn't. I think they should have gone for somebody like the one Arsenal has bought. Guimaraes. He's not old, but he's very experienced.
Yeah, I think he could 26 or something.
Galvanize the team. So there are players they could have gone for. If you listen to Drogba said, go and buy already made players. Players who have gone past the stage of potential development and potential. Players who are now entering their peak, the 27-year-old, the 28 years old.
But I think the fee I think because of that their midfield is quite expensive already. They have Caicedo.
Now look at it. Somebody like Jordan Anderson. You've brought in him there, experience, big head in the dressing room. But all those things will count for nothing.
Because
if he doesn't play the game
regularly.
He's not going to be playing regularly.
He plays 7 minutes.
And when he gets the time to play, maybe he'll be playing the Carabao Cup and those on fancy caps. But if you want somebody to be your leader in the dressing room, if they had gotten Xhaka, he would have started games. So when he is now a true boss.
But you see, the thing is, Sunderland qualified for the Europa League.
Yes. They also need...
And Sunderland did a lot of smart buys when they were coming into the Premier League.
Yeah. And it's paid off.
Then the money from qualifying to Europe 2 has come in, so they are not really in a rush to sell those players at all. So the money Chelsea presented to them wasn't appealing, and they decided not to budge. So I just feel it's just to make a more experienced presence in the dressing room felt. I think Chelsea have made some really. I really like the Pep Shine. I think he's a really good player. Yeah, I like him a lot. I've watched him.
That's the Spanish boy. Yeah, I think he's a good
I've watched him a lot in La Liga.
He's a very good player.
He's good going forward. He's aggressive when he needs to defend. I like the signing a lot. I think their flanks, both the player they got from Bologna and this Palestra. I think they are really, really good signings.
I watched him at the preseason games. He's been decent so far. Palestra is good.
I'm excited about Chelsea this season. I won't lie.
I think still they need to get a better goalkeeper. I hear they are chasing after the FC Porto goal. I think it's a move. I think if they were to get that sorted out, it gives them a good chance to return back to the Champions League. I don't see them winning the league though. But there's a team that is not serious in the EPL. That is my Manchester United. They are not serious at all because you play state. Without Champions League.
The Colombian boy is back. The Colombian boy,
18-year-old. He will not make a difference.
But I think it's the injury right now that is complicated.
No, it's not a major injury. It's an injury that's going to keep him out for 3 weeks. Pay the money, let him come and play. Every player gets hurt, right?
Would you advise that, coach? The guy is already hurt.
He's not an injury-prone player. During preseason, and a one-year injury. Messi Mount crab on you.
Look shocked how man
coach if we go on that time.
No, but Messi Mount. In 3 seasons, he's not played close to 70
United
games.
will be busy soon. Don't worry.
You understand?
But I think
they are not serious.
I think United will make another midfield side.
No, it's not a question.
They need a left back.
Because what I know is that United are not ready to.
They need a left back. They need a third midfielder who should be a natural DM like Carlos Nkwembo Baleba or Kone. Those people.
I'm surprised. I'm surprised
they need a
they
left back. They need a natural DM because Santos is still very young. He cannot carry the mantle. Yuri Tillemon is not a proper DM. He can do a job and get the team to go forward. He can do it.
Yeah.
They need a striker. You may say that Benjamin Sesko, who is the natural number 9, the likes of Matthias Cunha, Bueno Bemo can slot in. But they are not strikers. If you put Matthias Cunha as a 9, you limit him. We saw it in Brazil when he was asked to lead the attack. You completely take a lot away from him.
So you want another.
Bruno is
striker.
not a striker.
Yeah.
If I'm Man United, you should go to Aston Villa and get him Oli Watkins. He's experienced.
You're sexy.
No, he's leaving. He's leaving. Get Oli Watkins. He's 31 years.
But your club has explained that they are not getting players over a certain age.
No, but see, if you are smart, now there's no reason why you cannot bend the rules to favor you.
Already Marcus Rashford is coming to take over 300.
No, forget that. Oli Watkins is not even taking close to $150,000 pounds a week at Villa. Give him 150 for a 31-year-old. Put him on a 3-year. How do you call it? Option to extend by another year.
Yeah.
He gives you 2 good years, and then he got
Sesko.
The development of Sesko.
I was looking at
how old is Sesko? Sesko is 22 years. So if you really want to help him, you bring somebody experienced alongside him. Look at Chelsea. There's Delap. There's Joao Pedro.
Delap is going.
They've gone for Nitaki, 36 years old. Nitaki. It's just to help them for 1 year for them to see and understand the pressure. Then he leaves them. You understand?
Why do I feel like you are sounding sarcastic?
No, but he's highly chrononistic as well.
Actually, coach. My goodness.
Coach really tried.
Oh my goodness. But I mean, let me just wrap up with what are the transfers? Crystal Palace have completed the signing of Takehiro Tomiyasu.
Tomiyasu.
Tomiyasu
on a free transfer.
Yeah, and then there's 1-2 I saw. I just want to do a quick update on that. Because you showed me Gabi Martinelli, right? Gabi Martinelli is heading somewhere. Arsenal already lost Trossard to Besiktas.
That was a surprise.
The Martinelli
was so surprised.
Is one that
I kind of expected it.
Say again.
Fabrizio is saying that in case. Is it Galatasaray or Final? If they don't get Rafael Leao,
okay, they are looking.
They are looking at Martinelli.
So Newcastle are also looking at Højbjerg, Pierre-Emerick Højbjerg, from Marseille, as part of. They've lost Bruno Guimaraes, so probably Højbjerg would be Guimaraes' replacement. And then, any concluding thoughts on the transfers, and then we take the show home. Yeah,
I think from you all know I'm red and blue, so the Rodri deal excites me a lot. It's not a deal I thought Barcelona will even explore because of how logged in they seem about the striker situation right now. Barcelona's striker situation seems a bit bizarre with Ferran wanting to go to Paris and the whole Julian Alvarez stall. Atletico Madrid not wanting to budge. So I didn't even think Barcelona would look in the direction of the Rodri deal, but I think the opportunity presented himself, and Deco has been a long-standing fan of Rodri. He said on numerous occasions that if there's any player in world football that he feels can inherit the Busquets role and play it to that level, it's definitely Rodri. So let's see whether the deal comes through in the end. I think
it's a done deal.
I think it's a deal that will really elevate Barcelona. It's to give Barcelona a lot of options tactically. It's to give some players rest for them to be able to arrive at the important part of the season firing on all cylinders. So yeah, that's probably the most exciting deal for me.
Okay. Well, let's do some shouts. Ben, let me start off with you, and I'll take it them and then coach.
I need to apologize to Stereo in the UK. I was unable to look for him when I was in London.
Krofuna.
No. I just want. First of all, I want to apologize to Stereo.
Stereo.
STERO.
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 Where is he based?
Well,
in the UK, in the UK, yeah, he's there somewhere.
Sometimes they don't want you to get their code. So I mean, in London, I was in London, but I was unable to make time to look for him. So I apologize.
So yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Shout.
So big shout outs to Stel, hard guy every time he's locked on to a show, and that be But in Leeds, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
In Leeds,
yeah.
It's a Leeds or Manchester, and our Manchester from Nangada.
Yeah, Leeds, is it no?
Leeds to Manchester, rival, not too far, very close. What's about it? Doctors in
yeah. So interesting.
Coach knows the people, eh? I see. That'd be hard.
Then they trust me too. We don't believe them too. When I heard of sports day there, now come on day there. So if now they come, now everything will happen. Forwarding to that. Dr. Roland Taylor. Dr. Roland Taylor. Dr. Roland Taylor, aka Roro. Number 7. Dr. Roland Taylor.
Fantastic. Dr. Daniel Owusu Chrekun. Dr. Daniel Owusu Chrekun.
Dr. Daniel Owusu Chrekun.
All big fans of
Opo Lache.
No more Opo. They do don't call me, but they need one bear.
And that's what do. For the least there, then listen to the program.
For the least there.
For the least there.
They said then do some get together the last time we like people show up here.
Yeah, man. When we know now Kwama will bring when I get together. Now Kwama. Dr. Roro. Dr. Daniel.
Number 10.
Real has to go.
And Richard KJC, aka Nana K.
Onusu Kawa. Nana K. Now we do Nana K.
So what? 4 doctors or 3?
No.
3 doctors.
2 doctors and Richard. Fantastic.
Oh, okay. So 3 guys.
Yes, some of them
big men.
Yeah, they are fantastic. Big men.
Fantastic. Big shouts to you guys.
Big shouts there.
The leads there.
The leads there.
We'll go there. Don't worry. We'll go.
Come on, man. Come back. Akachakish guy there.
Oh,
I'm a pounds at the chapel. Almost is not scanning. One for pounds. Dr. Roro.
Well, this is for my mom, Hilda Didinati. Tomorrow is her birthday.
Tomorrow is mommy's birthday.
Like this weekend, 2 very important women in my life celebrating their birthday.
The conversation I've had with you about mom.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that.
So, mommy, Adam really loves you. I appreciate you for everything you've done for me. You've taken care of all 3 of us since daddy left, and you've brought us to this stage.
I'm emotional right now.
There's nothing that I won't do for you if I get the opportunity to. So love you, mommy. Happy birthday ahead of tomorrow.
That'd be hard.
And for my really good good health, prosperity, all those things, long life, so that you see all my success and all the success of Nelson and Akofa. That's super love from this side. And to Nanajwa, my best friend, Sunday is her birthday, so ahead of that too. Happy birthday.
Nanajwa?
Yes, Nanajwa. She's a dentist.
Your best friend.
Yeah, she's a dentist.
She's a dentist.
Yes, please.
Nanajwa is your best friend. She's a dentist.
That will behave yourself.
No, she's your best friend. She's a dentist.
She supported me through every phase of my life. I appreciate her a lot.
No, Nanajwa be more than your best friend.
No, she be best friend. But why should a man has a best friend, man?
Yeah, I agree.
If you're a man, your best friend should be a woman.
Oh, okay. Coach, it's over to you.
Look, ICGC today brings the end to greater works. The good Lord will bless every ICGC member.
Oh, amen.
After the 40 days of fasting and prayer.
Yeah, that'll be hard.
It is proper that the fasting period is brought to an end.
Why you watching?
In line with that, yesterday was the birthday. I go to ICGC Yahweh Temple.
Yeah.
ICGC Heaven's Gates. I used to go to Yahweh, but now I'm at Heaven Gates Temple at Ashie. On the Fulani Road, Ashie. When you get to the junction, you are invited to the Heaven's Gate Temple. Yesterday was the birthday of our mother. Our mother, the wife to my spiritual father,
Reverend Richmond Abekanseh. Yesterday happens to be the birthday of his lovely wife, Lady Kathy. That's the way we call her. Lady Kathy. She's Mrs. Catherine Abekanseh. Mama, what can you a job on? You are wohino. You are job ko seshi feng. Boji yoni peto papa. Boji chief of staff yo papa wala shin leme. Na kan ni be pe wo. Waka you are ba wo bo hi wale. You are ba job akpe abo. Ona kono kukra. You are kegbe na shine on Sports Panorama, Coach Nimley, on behalf of every Heaven's Gate ICGC member. Ashi, okay, happy birthday. Shidahan Yehowa, Obada, Noba now be, Kona be, Yehi wale ni kehi jole me. Ye Chicago fanle, you are again kebwa keshin, Onakonoko, Bakwe ba job. Happy birthday, happy belated birthday, and God bless you.
Yeah,
Lady Catherine Abekanseh.
Yeah, man.
Your job.
Let me do also this shout from Daniel Sakite. He says, happy birthday, my love, Makafui.
Now good day.
I wish you
I
everything
love such men.
And beautiful.
I appreciate such men.
Read them again. I wish you everything sweet and beautiful on your birthday.
Now
I want you to know that I will always love you. With love. He's not from Sakite. Elvis. What is Sakite? Can I big shouts to Coach Dr. Edward Sapo. Yeah, man.
Hey,
Chief Executive Officer for
ADB. Last weekend.
You can't shout people.
Last week. Hey, you get fit wrong.
Too much. We not go feed
last week. Doctor
Sapo.
The fitness level.
And then
I've never seen
all the ADB guys.
Somebody of such a high. All fit, sir. Look, after we did the walk, even the whilst people were walking, he was jogging.
Still jogging, fully active.
And when we came back to the aviation center, now you see aerobics now. That's where go and look for the video between Doc and myself. Miss there. You fit me Jaminado. And what do the pona? Wherever he is.
Yeah.
Doctor. Mention the first name.
Edward
Sapo. Atu Sapo.
Yeah. Commissioner
he's a hard man.
of ADB.
No, he's a big man.
God will bless him.
Yeah, man.
To the guys,
and
George.
His militants.
Yeah. His right hand guys.
Yeah, man.
George and Mohammed and Co.
Too much.
We say God bless you. When I went for the walk, I saw this guy, Adote, one of my former friends. Adote. He said, I will come there. God willing, on Friday, if we are alive, I know by God's grace we'll be alive.
We'll be alive in Jesus' name.
I will storm the place.
100%.
I will tell my dad, you are doing your thing. You used to buy me.
Amen. Well, big shout out to our guys also on YouTube for sending us your thoughts, staying with us for the last 2 hours. And also big shout out to the guys who also texted into the show. We appreciate you a lot for staying with us every Friday. Also, big shout out to our sponsors. Bank of Africa, Blue Jeans Energy Drink, Rexona, Betway Bet Influenza. We appreciate this every Friday. Next week we'll be here at 7 to 9 p.m. Please always join us. And also you heard from the guys, Coach Christopher Nimley, Jimmy Inta, Charles Asesi be join us early on, Kelvin Adam Kai, Another big Watchery. I'm Gabi Ofe. We'll be here tomorrow 2 to 4 p.m. The Republic of Football on 97.3. Enjoy the rest of your day. Do take care and bye-bye.